we actually voted for President Mahama and for NDC because of oral. It was one of the #1 reasons why we voted for NDC. And so for it to just listen to what the other party is saying and then to just go and give it over to OSP, for me, is a no, no, no. So that oral can have all the capacity, the legal right to prosecute, the legal right to go to court, investigate, and subject all these people to what Ghanaians want.
Adishima makonkonku TV suni mamu nyina kwa ababie mansema sanso sisi odofo ya boabo ne nyina no chekuchenku ye ba betesem ade ama ewa afidie so tie na wo hwei na wa subscribe no wa share notification bell no so no anwuma so no select o se ne be ya di tu mu an se won se kan nyina eyepe de ade nam no ebi enie Asum Krontihene nana amponim obodade a wotoso mienu eno ne ye nuanom GH1 TV4 edi komo ne nkomo na de ene ebi koma abandada no ebi so ekoma abanfofra wabayi mampanyin John Dramani Mahama efa adesre kwanso na niema bi aganafo de gina so de to abama papa yintia ohini ye twe na dwunasi so se oyema oman na eni so ebeba papa ebi eye sensatra ebeba ya mamranum 1992 constitution num ye be satra wom ohini tirem anyo no nkwa na bota onim se nipa dodo bebre bota ne se ensatra ye ebeba mshukura chatu mu a se yihwa amampanimfo bi betena banwa iso a no ombota so obesakyerem ti so no aba onsisem afei asem kase pa wode ho adesre kase mama mpanyi Mahama na ne wasanso sisu dwam de hia wo mu yie eye ora timi se be ya enya afei ne ebetie NPP for more parliament say we si ye fra wa menko we si fa we si ne ha wo mu no mukuta dom dodo e wo memra se bedwafinte so wo mu ye ntotoye na ora tim ne timi CPC ta no nante ye akyea bewo echichi wona ebo me ya bro edu me ya bro akwa echiri papa afi galam se ho asam so ebusa wa hini wasi o anamo ese fata so otu so hene no oya de obetimi aye bia nanso Akufo-Addo aban de Nebukadnezar asobrache ne asondene mroso na onye na dwe so obetu obi ana nkampese odi aye adwuma wa pro nsem guo papa wonim so hene we di okasa ene kasa preko no opiepiem na ne amanfo ofiri bete behwe se me de wo mu ana enzembe ene wo mu ayede somwo afen nso ye beko ayi nana Akufo-Addo&Co nhyira fam no nso de nsem ahodo pefu bi pa tututudwa ene hot ye miwade ncheganu bake je no ko bibio enti bomodena ase ene nsem a mpanifo ede bai utie na wohwem na wo share no subscribe ede amaye Kwangwagu TV so na busuya ye nkobo ani akonhome.
First and foremost, I think I'm not the only person that wants the Constitution to be reviewed. President Kufuor wanted it reviewed. President Arthur Mills actually started the process of getting a committee together to do that. President Akufo-Addo, on the 28th of February 2022, during the 30th anniversary of the Constitution, also called for an amendment. He saw it necessary for the Constitution to be amended so it could take care of the contemporary and future affairs of the country. At that time, he was scared that there might be a coup d'etat, and so thought that should also be in the Constitution. Everybody wants the Constitution to be changed. The powers that have been placed on the executive is just too much. I do not see any other country in this world of ours where so much power is placed on the shoulders of the president. It is not surprising that it grew up upon him and then maybe made him act the way he did sometimes. But if you have the only right to appoint the IGP, to appoint the Director of Bank of Ghana, to appoint the Minister of Justice and Attorney General, to you name it. Listen, we all got wind that there had been some printing of currency, of cedis, Ghanaian cedis, and It had not been approved by Parliament. How did that happen? Now, the president can just simply call the Bank of Ghana director, whom he appointed anyway, and tell him, all right, I need this amount of money, just make it available for me. You, as a citizen, cannot do anything. If you say, oh, I will take him to court, the apex court itself is, you know...
He's the appointing authority.
Appointed by him. So who is going to listen to you? Or you could say, for instance, all right, I'll just make a criminal case out of it. The IGP is appointed by him. If there is nothing anybody can do, if we are not lucky and we get another president who might even be worse than Akufo-Addo, Ghana is doomed. I am begging the president. I am begging the powers that be. Please, go to Parliament. We have 2/3 majority, for goodness sake. Enact the laws that should back oral so that oral can have all the capacity, the legal right to prosecute, the legal right to go to court, investigate, and subject all these people to what Ghanaians want. We actually voted for President Mahama and for NDC because of oral. It was one of the #1 reasons why we voted for NDC. And so for it to just listen to what the other party is saying and then to just go and give it over to OSP, for me, is a no, no, no. And anyway, if we are going to leave it with the OSP, which was formed by President Akufo-Addo, staffed by President Akufo-Addo, and we expect these same people to punish the over 700 people or so, how do you think it will work? They will just clear them, as is usual. So we must make it an institution. Oral must have an address. It must have phone numbers. It must have staff. It must be institutionalized. It must be supported. People must be paid. Oral must come to stay, not just for 2025 up to 2028, but beyond, so that any corruption that has anything to do with government appointees and then even presidents and vice presidents can be investigated.
But what is wrong with the already existing state agencies?
I just told you, if you are giving these cases to OSP, for instance, they will be cleared. If you are going to give it to the police, I'm not downplaying the ability of the police, but we have been in this country where cocaine has somehow miraculously turned into kunkunte powder. We know the bureaucracy that is within the police service. The police were there. Why was the need for serious fraud office to be established? Why was the need for Yoko to be established? So yes, there is a need for oral to also come in. It doesn't spoil anything.
Let's talk about Galamsey and the fight against it. President Akufo-Addo put his presidency on the line. Even at that, the fight against Galamsey is nothing to write home about. How should this current administration tackle Galamsey? Because you talk about being the custodial owners of the lands, and these lands are being destroyed.
First and foremost, President Akufo-Addo and his government were never really serious about ending Galamsey. I have personal experience. I did my best, and I suffered a lot because of that.
How so?
I realized that people were just simply eager to get money. I'm talking of the miners.
Okay.
Whether they have documents or not, that was not their problem. And a few times they would destroy the lands, destroy the crops, and when there's no more gold to be mined, they just abandon it and leave. I took it upon myself to at least find a solution to that. And so me, together with the Asafo, would go around making sure that if even you're mining, you do reclamation, which is necessary. True. The laws spell it out very
explicitly.
Yes, that you should not just reclaim, but even revegetate, so that even as you throw our cocoa and oil palm plantations and food crops away because you want the land to mine on, when you have finished, you go back, reclaim, and then replant those things there. I made petitions to several agencies. I wrote a petition for assistance to the regional commander of Eastern Region, the Southern Command. I think Commander Ohinebua, the boss man and his people. I didn't have any help from them. I petitioned the Minerals Commission Inspectorate at Akufo-Addo. Nothing came from them. I petitioned the Operations Unit. I even went as far as the Southern Command of the Ghana Armed Forces. Yes, some soldiers volunteered to come help us. They were able to arrest some Chinese people and their Ghanaian counterparts. But as usual, the Chinese people were rather set free, and the soldiers who had come to help, together with myself, were labeled as armed robbers and sent to court. The case is at Akufo-Addo court as we speak. And what charge did they put upon us? They said they went to rob their Nokia phones and some coins. They are still doing their mining as we speak. It was obvious that instructions had come from above never to let any of those people venture into stopping Galamsey, because they had realized that when they did a bit in 2020, they lost most of their votes, and so they were not going to lose any more votes.
2017, sure. President Nana Akufo-Addo. Ekatre ye in Central Fushia and Central for no say. Ni senior minister ya Osafo Mafu. Eko Dubai, UAE.
Sure.
Enu omu kodi nkomo. Omu wie ye no. Omu bechia senior minister kase ye da se pa Ghana. Oh, that is Ghana, fantastic. Ye nin mo di juma pa. Empo last year ye ni mu di juma no. Ye yen kratem no ye ni mu di juma be $7 billion. Go do hu dwadio. A free Ghana eko Dubai no na ye $7 billion. Nanso na wo ba yen kratem a na ye $2 billion. Papa no omwa Ghana.
Sure.
Because a free 2017 papa ne kan sa asem no. I was expecting say anka papa ne be di akire hu say ye kwa akohwe die ntia uko Dubai ya krata mu ye $7 billion ne momoba Ghana eye $2 billion $5 billion ne wahe na Akufo-Addo ntimi anka ho asem ebepem ne entinam say oman de Mahama yi so timi ye ni ye a me say aya me fofura umesuru ye
tisikaso tisikaso
ene da ho no for title no na kenka nyoma kakra.
Or say Nana Akufo-Addo&Co, Ghana must applaud President Akufo-Addo for miraculously turning our colorless water to brown water. Nana,
that was the article Metroin.
Sure.
Metroin May 20, 2023. May 20, 2023.
Now see ye say man na do ho. Ye man mu say wayang onwade. See nsuo ni nyina sisi no. Ni no eda ho wan no see de
omehwe na omma bibia anye okay. Na gold na sa wonya aware say India for ne China for no na say gold no muti baby nti omuska ti Ghana ni to gold na no no ato sa de ni nyina ebetwam Ghana na ebeto gold no ye ma India ni pe bia oba abeto afiri ye ho sika ne be kai ha na P0nches sa precious mineral no enioma akoso okrum ho no sa bia ye ho no se san crofo we pa sika me pese me call at the right time ye de beba san crofo no I wasn't commission gold no and nioma crofo aye wo krom ha no ho anka san ye si ano kwan a me say gold ye wi anko ano Kofi
Nana
in 2017
sure
President Nana Akufo-Addo
yeah
Eka tre ye Central Fushia Central for no say ne senior minister ya Osafo Mafu Eko Dubai UAE
sure
ene omu kodi nkomo omu wieye no omu bechi a senior minister ka say yeda se pa Ghana. Oh, that is Ghana, fantastic. Yenim mo di juma pa empo last year yenimu di juma no yen krata mu no yenimu di juma be $7 billion. Gold hu dwadi o a free Ghana eko Dubai no na ye $7 billion. Nanso na wo ba yen krata mu a na ye $2 billion.
Ese yekoji IMF 3 billion ba yetimi aton gold 7 billion.
Aye. Ba yen krata mu a
huska no
ya tro 2 billion. Na Akufo-Addo ena o kaaye efiri ho ehona na mu se papa no omoa Ghana.
Sure.
Because every 2017 papa ne ka sa asem no I was expecting say anka papa ne be di akire hu say ye kwa akohwe die ntia uko Dubai ya krata mu ye 7 billion ne momoba Ghana eye 2 billion 5 billion ne wahe na Akufo-Addo ntimi anka ho asem ebepem ne ene eto abetia no ha me sin krofo di krom ha krofo di awuo na kanya simple
we
Jimmy Agla eye general manager
sure
wama wo 10,000 sefa bremi
sure
na wa ba be ma me 3,000
na ka 7,000
na ka 7,000 na accountant busa say ye ma wo say akoko ama say me say 3,000 Jimmy nka ho asem accountant nka ho asem bi
ono so na disika no suma
onso na disika no say for 10,000 bremi bo ma me 3,000 ye busa akira me say 3,000 but evidence say 10,000 enti dia aka no wahi
ya mi so bia
Jimmy anka ho asem biem accountant ka dia pa na ye beka akire no
this is kanashi ena pani o tena fie hwe ma mofrare na nka na yebu na nka refo so a o ka ho edi se wantimi amisa ho hwede ya beka se saa no ma ni nyina na ne ho from bi na precious mineral marketing company ya nya omo ane na anu gold bi ya na akohye fie bi mu a polisi for kokofai gold bars yi omo den krata aba monte so omo ane na edi ho dwai omo ane na edi ho dwa na epeden wo saa akona ho e kire se bebre no afa kwati kwan Otiase ene de gold no echo including these companies. Internal kind of revelations be beba. Especially now that almost setting up the Ghana Gold Board I bit me abuasa me jemfimu so akọ I know they will do a great work to bring obia ne ho bom obia because nana 7 billion no. Se bedru Ghana ye koje 3 billion pe wa IMF. Eno kura na ye trifa ye bui. Ene ne kura America fo almost say it ba ko frɛ ye se IMF sika na nka beba ye de bebo ye ho bra no kura wo monye mfankotua companies bia wa America Ghana de wo mo kasisi na so ohweka egu yanim pa according to nkrata mu na even on the vetting day na to force mu read 2025 equal e kai da yanim no even locally e kai wo krumu akora anya asem ketwa ansa na Eurobond ahodo a wo masan so kora akwaje jama no ne ade aba anya asem ketwa 27 billion unimade anke betumi aye de aboye but minim se board na ba no wo force ye nyoyo na enkoye te se ba ku bi o mo sin ko mo de koje oil aben good for a year ekoye mwa bi nan na we no enye ye I believe say umbetumi aye ye
monko kon so na ready metro emre bi na Akufo-Addo time na metro article bi
sure
na ye on galamsey na ye de beto so sesia metro article bi na on se makajo sensem bi wo ho aye ka onti ase but enne sa article na metro anda Akufo-Addo na galamsey koso no ene nyoma me reveal was article no and ye betimi asa share amankofo atiase na me kire wusika nko gold entinam say oman de Mahama yi so timi ye ni ye a me say IMF fofra wo mesuru ye
tisika so tisika so
ene da ho no for title no na kenka nyoma kakra
Ose Nana Akufo-Addo&Co Ghana must applaud President Akufo-Addo for miraculously turning our colorless water to brown water. Nana,
that was the article Metro.
Sure.
Metro
sure.
May 20, 2023. May 20, 2023.
Now see ye say man na do ho. Ye man mu say wayang wade. See nsuo ni nyina sisi no. ni no eda ho wan no say de abeye to say tea no
onse na sa amene na make say na Akufo-Addo&Co na etimi atene yensuo kama yi aye brown aye tea enti ne yen na se wo ho because anwangwade a wotimi yen se na abre so insuo bia na etene no
na ye brown
afi de na ye brown enti na ye tea yetimi num bi e ma ne yeye kinkan kakra na menchro enioma nko a me can before the substantive quick one
nana the woman say ne edi kan no na wo say Ghana I lose $8 billion in under valuation of gold exports between 2011 and 2017 and no the for ISA report no and I to ho
na Ghana between 2011 2017 no na 8 billion under valuation and say yendi no krema ye ho between 2011 and 2017 Ghana lose 8 billion
sure and now say Ghana loses over 2 billion in taxes to under valuation of gold exports.
Ono so article no ye de to ho.
Eto and all could to my joy. And now we also unaccounted gold export. And also you lose $1.1 billion 2 years. Hey.
Edaho to aso.
And yes lose and not cry them Canada. No say missing gold. How Ghana lost over $6 billion in gold export revenue to major trading partners. Next you lose no. And also I watch Africa they buy and we go to in Ghana $7 billion worth of gold were declared missing. Aira Dubai de na okay.
Yeah.
But it's bad way to.
Na me ko to no.
It was a President Nana Akufo-Addo had revealed that about $5 billion were unaccounted for in gold exports from Ghana to United Arab Emirates. And he now kasa now say was speaking during
Nana Akufo-Addo na na
okay nti ukutino was speaking during an interaction with the media on Wednesday January 17 2018 the president recalled that the senior minister on an official visit to Dubai in the United Arab Emirates received some praise from people who said last year UAE recorded $7 billion worth of gold imports from Ghana, but the president stated that official records are talking about $2 billion. These are facts.
Interesting.
Nana, I say, na yebo ye senior minister abaso se wetumi aboa ene arabu fu ye dwadie ni ade atimia akosu yi ama isi kra de $7 billion no ye de sai homra ne nsi ya bo ye homoden ko ye ni mu no president no amie hu se nkrata mu no $2 billion enegum bepim ne
bibia nsi nti asem se be article no wo ho ye be share article ni biem ama watimi akenka